Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025. I hope you are doing well, keeping well. I'm actually feeling fit and healthy for the first time in weeks, actually. A Monday morning. It's a Monday morning. I'm actually feeling good for the first time in quite a while. So my voice might sound a bit peppier than usual. That's good. What's going on in the world? Well, I'll tell you what's going on in Bangkok. We had rain last night. My God, it rained there was an absolute deluge of rain. My garden was completely flooded in about 30 minutes, and hopefully the water's mostly subsided this morning. Enough for me to get out and get some breakfast in a minute. Do that. What else is going on? More importantly, in the UK, the NHS is about to test an AI tool to help diagnose men with prostate cancer and decide on whether or not to prescribe particular drugs, etc., etc. It's going to take 3 years, but this is good, and this is the kind of news that we need about AI. Constantly people are moaning about how awful AI is. How it's creating terrible music and terrible art and stuff like that, and I agree with a lot of that analysis. It is doing all of those things, taking people's jobs and stuff like that. But artificial intelligence covers a lot of things, not just the large language models. It covers a wide area of things, and there are many positive aspects to it. So let's hear about some of the good things about AI instead of just the always awful news coming out of most places about how it's really ruining our lives in many ways. It's not only doing that, it's doing a bit of both, helping and hindering. So let's get on with our game of Sudoku. It's a Monday morning. That means it's Guardian's beginner level Sudoku puzzle. How do we play this game? What is it? Hello, welcome to the channel. If you're new to Sudoku, new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. Thank you very much. This is a boutique channel. That means small. Not many people come here, but you're one of them now. You're here now, so help out and click the subscribe button. What do we have? We have 9 squares in every row across here. We have 9 squares in every column down here, and we have 9 squares in each of these sectors that are outlined in black, which I've referred to as blocks. Confusingly, because I also use the word block in another way. But anyway, I can't help that. It's my habit. What do we do? Well, we put numbers 1 to 9 in each of the sections. That means either this block or this column or this row. Every row, every column, every block must have digits 1 to 9. Now, since there are only 9 squares, it means each number can appear once only. And that is the information that we need, or that's the logic that we need to finish the game. Logic, you say? I thought it was something to do with maths. No, nothing to do with maths. Nothing whatsoever to do with maths. In fact, there are many puzzles on this channel that do not involve numbers, but they are still the same Sudoku thing. Alright, I can see something, but I don't want to tell you that. In fact, I can see 2 things, and I don't want to tell you either of those things if you are a complete beginner. Let's try and find something absolutely clear and obvious for your first ever digit. Nope. Here we go. Right, so what do we know about this row? What do we know about this block here? Okay, we've got 6, 3, 8 and 9 already placed. That means all of the other numbers are missing, so we need a digit 1. So what we do is we look outside this block for any particular digit 1s, and we can see, if we click on a computer here, we can see that we have a 1 down here and we have a 1 over here like this. How does that help us? Well, remember, because there are only 9 squares in each row, then each number can appear once only. So it means that this square and this square can't possibly be a digit 1, because we already have 1 in this row. So those 2 squares are blocked from becoming a 1. And we need a 1 in every column up and down like this. So these 2 squares here are blocked from becoming a 1 by this digit 1 down here. So what do we know? We know that 1 blocks across here like this and 1 blocks up here like this. So these 4 squares cannot be digit 1 because of this and this. And the other there are no other empty squares except this one. These digits, obviously, these squares are obviously filled in already, so we know that digit 1 must go in that location there because there's only one possibility. Got that? Okay. Now, what else should I show you that's very straightforward? I would like to show you. Okay, let's do it like this. In the bottom row here, we've got a lot of numbers already filled in. In fact, there are only 3 empty squares. So we look through and see which numbers we need to fill in. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, there's no 3 anywhere, so that's one of our missing numbers. 4, 5, there's no 6 anywhere, that's one of our missing numbers. And there's 7 and 8. Okay, so that means, and there's no 9, so that means that the 3 empty squares must be 3, 6, and 9. Sorry about this, my keyboard is playing up a little bit, I can't quite click and hold. 3, 6, and 9 are the missing numbers for this bottom row. And here we've got 9 blocking this square, so that could be 3 or 6. Here we don't have any of those numbers blocking this, but here we have 3 and 6 blocking this square, so we know that this square can't be 3 and can't be 6, so it has to be 9 because that's all that's left, right? Okay, now what about in this block here? What are the missing numbers? The missing numbers are 1, 7 and 8. That's what we don't yet have. Now we've got a digit 1 and we've got digit 8 in this row here, and they both block across like this, so this square here can't be 1 and can't be 8, so it must be 7 because that's all that's left. If any of this is too fast for you, please just rewind the video. Okay, alright, so that's kind of how we go along like this. Now the next thing is, let me show you how we think forwards a little bit. So we've got a 6 blocking across here like this. So what does that mean? It means that 6 is either here, or here. Which one is it in? I don't know. It could be in either of these 2 locations, right? So I can't say whether or not 6 is in, which of these 2 squares 6 is in, I should say. But it does help me in another way, because whether 6 is here or here, they are both going to block up here in this particular section here. Now we've got a 6 blocking down here, that means forbidding any of these squares from becoming a 6. And we've got 6 blocking across here from this row, and 6 in this row blocking across like this. So you can see, because we know that 6 is in one of these 2 squares, all of these squares are blued out except for this one particular empty square here. And we know that the 6 must go there. Like I say, if any of this does seem a little bit fast, you can just go back and watch it again, and you will be doing me a favor by giving me an extra view on YouTube. Right, okay, getting it? Alright. Right, what else do we know? Now you just have to keep looking around and around. If you get stuck, maybe you can just click on, if you're playing on a computer, although I recommend playing on pencil and paper to begin with when you first start the game. You can just click on the numbers in order and see where they lead you. You can let your eyes scan along and see what's going where. It's an easy thing to do. Much easier if you're using a computer. But like I say, probably a good idea to use pencil and paper at first. Right now, I've found something. What have I found? I've found that in this block down here, 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks across here like this. So what does that mean? It means that we have 2 white squares where 3 could go, right? This square or this square. So I'm going to click on them to indicate that that's where the 3 could go. Now, if the 3 is in this square, it's going to block up the column, and if the 3 is in this square, it's going to block up the column. So whichever way, it's going to block up there like that. So none of these 3 squares can be 3. 3 here blocks up there, and 3 blocks across there like that. So that means that has to be our 3 there. And once again, that's the only white square available to us. Now I can see 3 empty squares in this column here, and when I investigate what's missing, I find it's 2, 5 and 7. Those are the missing numbers here. And guess what? We've got 2 and 7 in the same row. So you know that this can't be 2, can't be 7, must be 5, because that's the only number left in this column. And now we'll be left with 2 and 7 here. And we see the 7 blocking this square. So we know that 7 is down here, and we know that 2 is up there. And now we've got a completed column, our first one. All right, we've got our first completed column. So all the numbers from 1 to 9 are there. And we'll just keep at it until we've completed the entire grid. What's I say? 189. Okay, so now if we look in this block here, you can see that there are 2 numbers missing, and the missing numbers are 2 and 4. So we know that 2 is in one of these 2 squares here. We don't know which one, but whichever one it's in, it's going to block across like this. And this 2 blocks across here like this, and this 2 blocks up here like this. So again, we're just left with one possibility where the 2 can go. It must go there. And on this side we've got 2 blocking up here, and 2, oh come on, 2 blocking up here, 2 blocking up there. I can't keep the keyboard down. I don't know what's going on with my keyboard. So anyway, 2's blocking up there and up there. If only you can see where I'm going. And then there's a 2 blocking across here like this. No, don't know what's happening here. My keyboard. Really, it's probably time for a new keyboard. 2 blocks across here like this, and that gives me a 2 in that square there. Now we can see there are 3 empty squares here, so we can work out what goes here. The missing numbers are 1, 8 and 9. That's what we don't have in this block. But down here I can see a 1 and an 8 together, so this square can't be 1, can't be 8, it must be 9. Sometimes we look at things like this. There's 7 and 5 block down here. Okay, 7 blocks down here and 5 blocks down here. And that means that there are only 2 possibilities for the 7 and the 5. In fact, we can do the 5 immediately. We've got 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking down here. There's our 5. And then we've got the 7 blocking down here, and there's the 7. But if we hadn't had that 5, we would have been able to say that they were limited to 2 squares only anyway. Right, missing digit here is a 7 again. Missing numbers here now are, what, 3, 6, 9, is that right? We've got 1, 2, 4, so no 3, 5, no 6, yes, 3, 6, 9. And we've got 3 and 9 in the same row, so that's going to be our 6. And now we can take the 6's blocking across here like this. Say that's our 6. And now there's only one number left for this row, which is a 3. So we've got a row, we've got a couple of columns already, and now we're going to finish off our block here with a 9, which is the last digit here. Right, you see how we're gradually filling up the sectors. Missing digit here is 5. Okay, or 5 blocks across there if you want to do it like that, or you just look along here and see the missing number, and it's 5. 3 blocks down here, so this is a 3, and the last number to go here is a 6. That's what we're missing from this. No, not a 6. 2, sorry, missing from this block here. Now the 2 blocks up here, so that gives us 2 in that square there, and our missing number here is a 4. 4 blocks across here and up here, that gives us a 4 there. I'm going a bit fast now because I think you should be getting used to it. 1 blocking across here and 1 blocking across here, that gives us a 1 in that square. There's only 1 digit left for this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8. Let's put the 8 there. 1 blocks up here, that gives us a 1 in that square, and the 8 is the last digit for this block. 8 blocks down here, that gives us 8 there. And what am I missing there? 3, 9, not sure. Alright. Just looking around to see what's missing, if anything is can be clearly done. I'm not really sure. So I shall just click on the numbers and see what I can see. Now I don't need to click on digit 2 because digit 2 is already finished. Look, you can see there are already 9 digit 2s, so there are no more to find. We don't have to look for any more digit 2s. Seven is the way forward. 7 across here, 7 blocking across here, and 7 blocking up here. And there's our 7. And that's the last digit 7. There are no more 7s to be found anywhere. Nine blocking. Oh, no, that's not going to be enough. Nope, nope, that's not going to quite be enough, is it? Okay, so let's see what digits are missing along here, up here now. We're looking, we've got 1, 2, 3, we don't have 4. So when we see the 4 blocking, we know that that's going to be the position of 4, and then there's just 1 digit left, and that's an 8 that we need to complete this column. Missing numbers here now are 1, 5 and 6, I think, and we can't get that. We've got a 1, we've got a 5, and we've got a 6, but that's no good because that leaves us 2 of every choice here, so that's no good there. Let's see what's missing along this row here. We've got 1, 2, 3, we don't have 4. Yeah, so we've got 4 blocking this square, and we've got 4 blocking this square. So in this row, that's the only location for a 4 now. And then 4 blocking down here and across there. Okay, the number didn't appear. Right, that's digit 4 finished now. Six blocks this square, so in this row there's 1 empty square for a 6. And come back here and finish with a 5. Then 5 blocking down here and across there, there's a 5. 5 blocking across here, there's a 5. And the last number here is a 1. Almost done now. Six blocks up here and across there. Oops, keyboard dropped again, but hey, keyboard, come on. It's doing nutty things here. 6 is now finished. 9 blocks up here, that gives me a 9 in this square. 9 blocks across here, that gives me a 9 in that square. And 9 blocks across here and up there. So that's our 9 finished. And the last number for this row is an 8. And 8 blocks down here giving us 8 in this square. There's a 1 that we need here. And the 1 blocks back up giving us a 1 in that square. And the missing number in this section is 3. And the missing number here is 3. And the missing number there is 3. And now there are no missing numbers. You've finished your first game of Sudoku. Hopefully it was not so much torture. Remember to play the games yourself. Don't just watch the videos. Try them out and practice. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.